The Extrude plugin will allow us to extrude any 2D object or a font for that matter. So to begin, we'll just use a 2D object to begin with, and we'll drag a circle up here into our scene and just drag a material on it. You can also go into your server and use an image if you want as well. So we'll just use an image perhaps instead of a material here, and we'll just change this image mapping from linear to reflection. Now, since this is a 2D object, again, if we rotate this around, we don't see the backside. It's just one side flat object. Now, we could see the backside using that expert, but we could also see the backside with this extrude. And when we drag the extrude onto our circle, you can see that when we rotate it around here, we just turned it into a 3D object. So within the extrude, we have a couple of settings here that we can use to modify it. First, we have our bevel types up here that we can modify. So you have your sharp bevels and your rounded bevels here. And you may not notice anything until you come down and start messing with your bevel size and extrusion depth. So as we start to adjust our extrusion depth, as you can see, this will extrude the depth of our extrusion. And you can see as we rotate this around here, how it affects this circle now with the extrusion depth. We also have this bevel size, so we can adjust the bevel size, and once you have some bevel size to it, you can then come up and further adjust your bevel types here by switching through these icons to choose which one you want. Furthermore, you have your shading angle, and as you can see, when we adjust this, what this does as far as the shading angle of the extrusion. We also have the ability to change the colors here, so we can turn on our edit colors and we can individually edit the sides of this now extruded object. So we can change the front color here. As we turn it to green, you can see that the front now changes. We can change the back side here. We'll make this one red, and if we rotate this around, the back side is now red. And then if we want to go ahead and make the side a whole other color, we can do that as well. Let's make it something we can see, maybe yellow, and then we'll go and rotate this around, and you can see we changed the sides of each one. So it doesn't just work on 2D objects. For instance, if you wanted to extrude a font, we could drag a font up there, and again, we'll just use an image here to drop a material on it to add some texture mapping, and we'll just change this mapping to reflection again. We'll slide our font over, and if we go into our built-ins, the container plugins, global folder, use the extrude, and drop this onto our font, we now have an extruded font here. And again, if we go into the extrude functions, you still have your same options here that we went over in the 2D object, but being that this is now on a font, you may get a little bit of different result with each setting.